Hey, hey Pete, what's up? Coming to you from the Marriott. Thanks, man. The room's pretty nice. You can probably see it's a pretty standard room, but real nice views and everything, man. Again, really appreciate it, bro. So let me just share my desktop here with you. Okay. I want to take a look at that AUDUSD trade, kind of talk a little bit about the trend, but mostly this, I want to point something out to you. Okay. So, this is the weekly chart of the Australian dollar, and again, we were coming out of demand here on the weekly, and then we got this pullback, and I know you took that first area, and I kind of want to point something out to you too. So I think this is the area that you took right here, I believe, this area right here, right around the 1.0074 area. Even though that was definitely a major pivot, and again, not too bad, but one thing that I just wanted to point out to you is if you go down to a 60-minute chart, again, remember we talked also about these moves being corrective or impulsive. If you go down to a 60-minute, I'm just going to pull that up. What I want you to look at is basically what the freshness of the levels, and I've really, my trading really try to concentrate now on levels that are truly fresh. The way Side Nose talks about it, and every time I catch his general session, I want to point this out. So this level right here, this obviously, it's an okay level. Definitely the moves out, was all right. We were trending, but a couple things I want to talk about here. See this area right here? When you look at your level, I always tell my students, go back to the left until you find a candle on the bottom line for demand. The bottom line, the pullback. And where did this pull back into? Well, this actually pulled back into this area right here. This is actually the source of a breakout. You see that? Okay, that's like right around the 1.0059. So this is the source of a breakout, which is fine. In fact, this was a nice trade for somebody. We're trending up. This level is truly fresh. Your level is really not truly fresh. If you look, it's really just a pullback to that area. And then again, part of it was tested right here. And then your area, and then see how your area left, and then you got a pullback again. So this would actually on retracement, I would actually score this as a 0. Now, I know there's different ways to do it where people say, well, the second move is greater, or whatever. Well, first of all, the breakout move was pretty strong. It came back and it retested it. But you see, this area's just been tested a bunch of times. So one thing I always tell my students is, draw your level and then go straight back to see if it's truly fresh. If you just hit a bunch of straight candles, then it's fresh. Or if you're looking at demand, you go back and you hit supply, then obviously that's fresh. But again, this is just a pullback into here. So, when you're high up on the curve and you have kind of more of an impulsive move, not a, you really want to try to concentrate on the fresh level. So which levels are fresh? Well, let's see the next one. Well, obviously, the original level is not fresh because it was hit to here. This level right here is not fresh. It's a pullback to here. This one's a pullback to here. It's not really until you get down to this guy right here. See this level right here? Like at the pretty much close to the parity level, the probably like 99.77. See this area here is a nice strong move. And then if you look to the left of it, this area right here is just a bunch of candles. I mean, this is not an area of demand right here. I mean, this was the area of demand, and this didn't actually pull back to it. So I'd consider this fresh. Also, it's an area that was once resistance that is now support, and you can see the the AUDUSD now. Look where it stopped. Now, the profit margin wasn't very good on this thing, and I'm actually in the yen trade right now. But I did look at this thing. I'm actually just in the I'm actually in the yen trade right now, which actually is correlated, inversely correlated. So I just wanted to point that out that look where price actually ended up stopping. So make sure that when you're doing your levels, I think what will help you is, hey, good job. It is on the trend, but there's definitely a problem with the freshness here. It left and then came back and retested. So it's really, here's the first move, here's a pullback, here's your pullback, and then another pullback. So make sure you go down to the 60-minute chart and identify those, making sure it's fresh. This is going to give you the best opportunity. Okay, we'll just look at the dollar yen here real quick, and I'll show you this trade. This is the trade that I just got into. I did look at that Aussie, but I decided to go with this one here. And again, I'm gonna show you here. This is a weekly chart, or you can pull up the daily. It doesn't matter. We're kind of coming out of this strong weekly area. We kind of built a base here, and here, I'll blow this up here. you know, we've been in this downtrend, but you know, we had a nice strong move out of here, came back, and now we've made a lower high. So I'm sorry, a higher low, and so now we're kind of coming to this basing area. This is the source of a breakout, right? See this area here, it broke out, and now we're kind of coming